Good afternoon, people, or good evening, I should say, because it's already 9 PM here where I live. We have a matchup. We have a matchup for 4PL Cup number 10. We have a game between Infused and Garaj.gaming. And in case you're wondering, who is Garaj.gaming? Well, normally it is just a normal team, but there were a lot of people missing, so they started looking for stand-ins. So we have a game with Kebab, Havorst, Dandy, NNS, and BALAZS as I believe the only real Garage player that's actually in there. And of course Infused is playing with one stand-in. We've seen them both play before. We're gonna see them playing together up against this match in round number 4. No, in round number 5 if I'm correct. If you ask in the chat, I'm sure someone will be able to give you the brackets if you're interested in those. But it is a round number 5 match. Yes, it is. Round number 5. There is in total 7 rounds. Last match is gonna be best out of 3. For the finals. If there's not gonna be enough time anymore to do that today, it will be postponed until Tuesday, so don't worry if you can't stay here for all too long anymore. It might be postponed until Tuesday. As you can see, we're in all pick because the draft has already been done, so we'll see them having all picked up all their heroes shortly. As we see Infused on the Radiant side, Dire side is gonna be Garaj.gaming, as I only have to turn off one team profile because Infused has their own. I'm hoping that it will work out properly. I think it will, but I will check it as once the game is really going live. One more second and then we will actually go live, and there we go. Let's see. It is properly, even though Infused, the name of Infused gets slightly covered, but otherwise you can't see the team name. And I'm just going here straight away because you want to see what Danny's playing, right? He is playing a Pudge. Round of applause, please. We have, for the rest of Garaj.gaming, we have BALAZS on the Disruptor, we have Nature's Prophet on to, played by, I have been told that Cool Story Bear is Kebab, Little Cute Mean Kitty is actually Havorst, who's playing the Morphling, and it looks like the last person that I thought was a standing for Infused is actually not a standing, but it's Pinoy. That's actually a new member, because EGM or Doni is no longer in Infused, but it is Pino that has taken his place. But anyway, for the last team member for Garaj.gaming is gonna be NS on the Darkseer. So that is all 5 players for the Dire side for Garaj.gaming. We're jumping ourselves over to the Radiant side where we see Region playing the Chaos Knight. We'll see Wagamama playing the Invoker, just like we saw earlier today. Mini on the Shadow Shaman. This is then Pinoy playing the Tide Hunter, who is the new player for Infused, and we see Fishbone playing the support Leshrac. And this is the first time that I saw these drafts, because apart from that, I heard about the Dandy part, so obviously I already knew that one. But let's take a look at what these teams have got. We have got team fight potential. Hello, Tide Hunter on Infused side, as well as mid game. If he has a good start, late game as well. Chaos Knight, so they might be able, as soon as Tide Hunter's level 6, Chaos Knight level 8 around-ish, they might be able to just force team fights, or otherwise towers will go down with Leshrac being there as well. They have a lot of pushing power in these heroes, and as soon as they start, if maybe around level 8, around maybe 10 minutes in or so, if they go 5-man Dota, there's not that much that they can do to stop it. And with they, I mean Garaj.gaming. I mean, they do have a Disruptor able to, as the name says, disrupt the kind of pushing with the kinetic field, with the limbs back. They do have Nature's Prophet, which is a pushing hero on itself, might be able to counter push. They have late game insurance on the Morphling. If he gets enough farm, the faster he farms, the more early he can join in fights, which will of course be his goal. But in the meantime, while he is farming, we'll see Pudge roaming around. We'll see Pudge going for hooks, going for kills, going to try to get the attention of the Morphling so that Morphling can farm, get the attention on Pudge himself so that he can try to get some fights going. Maybe, hopefully for him, making sure that for Infused there's never going to be a moment that they can actually go up against up for a 5-man push. If they can disrupt it every time, there won't be a push from Infused, and that will be their lineup disrupted. And of course, I didn't even talk about the Darkseer, but there's the Darkseer who's got picked up there as well. And it's an enabler, and if you combine him with a Disruptor, I mean, Vacuum inside a kinetic field, Static Storm over there, Vacuum inside a hook, Waveform over the top. I mean, there's so much possibilities there. It is the Darkseer that is gonna be making a lot of plays happen, most likely. But we'll see how Infused is going to do against it, because, I mean, laning-wise, Leshrac Chaos Knight is a very strong lane. If you're going to get caught out, even for Morphling, it is very dangerous. If they're level 2, you have Edict, you have a Reality Rift, you have a Stun, you have another stun to follow that first stun up with, the guaranteed stun, might I add. And that is regardless if you're morphling, if you can morph into strength, it is just a lot of burst damage coming out. And he might not be entirely comfortable with that, but we'll find out shortly. He already picked up a Wraith Bond as a first item, and I think he's got some items from his team members to deal with those, to get some regen. Otherwise, he wouldn't have enough gold. But then again, he is he's looking okay. He's looking okay, and he will be very careful about the combination because obviously he knows what he's up against. You cannot not know that. I mean, Leshrac Chaos Knight is just one of those known combinations. We have Shadow Shaman stacking the camp here, making sure the lane gets pushed back, making sure that Darkseer, I mean, even though with his Iron Shell up there, the lane will already get pushed back quite a bit. But, you know, can help to have that extra bit of pushing, making sure that the Darkseer gets denied all that experience. It does make sure that Wagamama gets some extra harassment from that Iron Shell, though, or at least it looked like it. And now with the surge up on Darkseer, I don't think he will go down anytime soon. If someone is gonna go down, it will be middle lane. It will be either a Morphling or someone that happens to be around there to try to come in for a gank, because this combination is just so deadly. Or it will be the Pudge getting in a successful hook. But Tidehunter is playing it very safe. And the real Tidehunter is actually going towards the mid lane right now. But Morphling reforms himself away, and there won't be a kill just yet. With the Reality Rift being there, stun wasn't in time. And no follow-ups or no stun yet from Fishbone either. So Tidehunter, no success there, and he is backing out once again. And going back towards his lane. Tidehunter level 2. I mean, still surprised he got that level, considering he's up versus a pretty difficult lane. I mean, Pudge will be able to hook him in right now. He's level 4, so he doesn't really want to deal with that one hook. And Tidehunter, even though he is a very tanky hero, he might just die, especially if there's going to be a glimpse, which is actually not spec'd yet, but there's a kinetic field regardless. There's the Thunder Strike, that's a lot of burst damage as well. And we have Nature's Prophet farming in the jungle. He's going to be a jungle hero this game from the looks of it. Well, not from the looks of it, you just see that that is happening. And Morphling gonna help out in the jungle, doesn't want to be coming too close to this combination of Chaos Knight, and they don't know where the real Tidehunter is just yet. So they don't know if this was actually the good way to go about it, if he should be going on the wrong side of the river. Is too risky. So he's just gonna continue farming in the jungle, helping out the Nature's Prophet. Well, I say helping out, but it's actually taking farm from the Nature's Prophet. But Nature's Prophet doesn't mind, doesn't matter all that much. He'll get his farm up anyway if he goes for that Midas, Hand of Midas. Fishbone gonna scout out the heroes in the jungle. There are some wards up for the Radiant side, being very defensive in case someone's gonna come from the side, and of course aggressive towards the Morphling, who is still level 3 up versus 2 level 3s. I mean, if you're gonna be up versus a dual lane, you want to have that level advantage right now. I don't know if he will. He's not getting that level advantage, that's for sure. Invisibility. You see Darkseer putting up a surge, will be able to get away. Chaos Knight diving slyly. I'm very scared to miss the first blood because everything can happen at the same time. I mean, it's getting around that time. Around that 6-minute rune is normally the time when we see ganks coming off, and Dandy is definitely clearly looking for a hook. He doesn't find a hook, but he finds a Leshrac. Stun hits on Dandy. There is the Edict as well. Dandy goes down first, but goes to the Tidehunter, and they might get another one. Leshrac picks up the kill on the Disruptor, and what started out as a gank on the Tidehunter ended up in a gank up on the ganking. Yeah, that makes sense, right? 2 for 0 in favor of Infused. Tidehunter being able to pick up 1 kill. I mean, he didn't really have a good start with the last hits, but picking that one up, definitely getting that. Morphling in the meantime having to use himself. He noticed he was by himself versus the Chaos Knight, so I guess he thought he could be a bit more aggressive, but I guess Chaos Knight surprised him with a Reality Rift and a stun, doing some damage. Shadow Shaman in the meantime killing off the Darkseer with the Sunstrike helping out. At least I didn't miss the first blood, even though I did miss this one, but you know, that wasn't first blood. But Darkseer finally going down 2 versus 1 lane. It's something that you have to look for if you're at that 1 hero up advantage. And yeah, sorry, I didn't have the last hit and nice up before. I only realized it just now. Excuse me for people saying that in the chat right now. You will see it after the delay is over. So there's the last hit and nice. We see Chaos Knight on top of the charts, 35 for 12 with well, the strike off left. Fortification goes off on the towers, making sure that Edict is not doing anything, but now the fortification is on cooldown. Next time it happens, tower will be dropping quite a bit more, especially if there's going to be another level of Edict being there. Shadow Shaman coming in from the side again, There goes this, or no Stir just yet. The cold snap is there. Is it going to be more? Where there's no mana left for the Shadow Shaman to ensnare or to chicken or to hacks or whatever you want to call it. And he gets away with his life. Haste rune upon the Leshrac. It looks like he's coming towards mid lane. Looks like he wants to go for more. Looks like he wants to go for the Morphling, who gets a stun. Gets another stun and goes down. Too much burst coming off from that one. Tidehunter picking up the last hit, and this might also be the tier 1 tower going down, even though the edicts on cooldown and no more mana from the Leshrac, so might not be a tower, but they're getting a good chunk of it regardless. No more defense for that, as in the same time Dandy is still farming his level 6 right now, so we might see him roaming around the map a bit more, trying to get those kills. But so far it's looking strong. It's looking strong for Infused as they take the they do take the first tower. Who cares about Edict? It's gonna be the Leshrac that picks up the last hit regardless. 700 gold for him. He will be able to pick up boots. He didn't need it early because he got that haste rune, but boots will of course always be nice on a target, on a hero, regardless of who you are. I know, I just talk random stuff. Sometimes I do that, especially since I've been casting all day. No, it happens. It happens. 1300 gold up on a Tidehunter who got boots, who got mana boots even, and who is level 6, just level 6, 4 experience over that the benchmark from level 6. So we will see him looking for a Ravage. It will be something that he is. Oh, he is not gonna find it on Dandy though. Dandy just TP to the bottom lane. He's looking for a hook. He wants to get mini. And there's a shackle, and there's a hook, and that is gonna be a kill for sure. And it's Darkseer that picks up that hit though, with the Sunstrike not hitting anymore on the Darkseer, who was standing there, holding in place by the shackle, but that shackle in the end cost Mini his life, not knowing that the Pudge had actually rotated towards the bottom lane. I mean, he did do it very inconspicuous. We have got the Disruptor still level 4 though versus the level 5 and level 6 Leshrac. He is there not by himself. He is there with the Force, who's on his Morphling, who wants to go for something here, wants to go for farm most likely. He's still Ravage up on the Tidehunter though. Okay, here comes the Chaos Knight level 6. He was looking for something, but he was being spotted, so they back off, and it looks like they might be giving away their tower. Leshrac's Edict will be able to help get it down very fast. The fortification is no longer there. Wagamama hiding in the jungle in the meantime, as a tier 1 tower on the bottom lane from them is getting some pressure. Dandy's still hanging around there looking for a hook. Chaos Knight picking up the last hit for the tower. And that is 2 tier 1 towers down, and there goes TP's in. Is there gonna be a hook? Yes, there is! Mini is gonna be dismembered, and he will go down as well as Pudge picks up the last hit. Nature's Prophet ultimate going through. There is a tide. They want to get revenge. Will they be able to do it? Darkseer still has a surge in 5 seconds. He will get a gush though. He will also maybe get a stun from the Leshrac. Or will he? No, he won't. Nice juke. Ravage being used. He is not on the edge of it. And Dandy's still looking for a hook, plays the word. I'm not sure what he's trying to do because they're there. It's nighttime. He doesn't see that. Sorry, my bad. It is nighttime, so not a lot of vision. As Tidehunter still goes down to the Morphling, weaving over there. Hook doesn't hit from Dandy as he tries to get a hook in from behind. Morphling getting a stun, getting a Sunstrike, which is not hitting actually. A vacuum there clearing off some creeps, but that is it. Kinetic field upon the Invoker. Glimpse as well. I'm not sure why. Disruptor still getting away from the Chaos Knight who is being harassed by Kebab on his Nature's Prophet as well, but I think he will be fine. 5 heroes here from Garaj.gaming. They're looking for something. They want to go for something, even though, I mean, they know the Ravage is on cooldown, so they can go for this if they want to go for a team fight. And there's a Sprout making sure that Region is not going to be able to get up there, and he TP's out, able to be safe, and Dandy is on his way out as well. As the Disruptor, who is the furthest behind. He is still level 4, by the way, just pointing that out. Chaos Knight is going to go for BKB as his next item. First item, I should say, because he doesn't really have that much else. Good one to have. Morphling, what are you doing? Oh, he's morphing into agility. I was thinking, why is he dropping so low? And yeah, well, that was the first kill for Dandy on his Pudge. He's 1-1-1 right now. I'm just putting up this one for a second. We see Tidehunter picking up 2 kills so far. And everybody of the Dire has that once apart from Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet, who is actually 0-0-0. So not being in 1 kill just yet, not even with his ultimate. He does pick up a headdress, he does have a Hand of Midas also, so he wants to go for that mechanism to help out his team more and fight to hook up on Fishbone. Disruptor picks up the last kill, the last hit. Kill steal. But, you know, kill is a kill, right? The Invoker still trying to deny the tower from the sideline. Gets it too, though. I don't think that Darkseer knew that was going on. So at least they get that one. That was the first tower going down on the side of Infused, and they denied that tower, so solid one at that. all 5 heroes from Infused are actually in the Radiant jungle or around the Radiant jungle, and they are about to find out that there is visitors in their jungle that they rather don't want. Here comes the Chaos Knight landing a Reality Rift. He's gonna be a stun. 4 seconds, even Ether Shock, Sunstrike not even needed. Chaos Knight picking up the kill. And the rest of Garaj.gaming is backing out, even though it looks like then he might still be looking for a hook, but he's not gonna get it. He's not gonna get it at all. Maybe they want to go for the last tier 1 tower still standing on the side of the Dire side. And look at this warding, by the way. Ward there. This is all from the Dire side. Ward there. And there. So if Danny is around here and there's heroes around there, they know where to hook. They know where to go. They have total control over the Radiance Forest. Even though they just lost a Disruptor there, apparently he was kind of oblivious to the minimap. But, you know, still doing good. And there goes Shadow Shaman wards could be placed here, even though it's not really needed, to be fair. No hook. Gets Fishbone, who goes down very fast again. Shadow Shaman wards could be used right now, but he doesn't want to. They won't get the tower anyway, and he will only give free gold towards the Dire side, so they back off. TP out there from the Tyrant, who did have a Ravage, but with the Leshrac gone, they don't have the advantage anymore, and they know that, so they don't want to be there anymore. Wagamama still happily farming. Has been in 1 kill so far. I believe that's only because of a Sunstrike, not because he was really in the kill. We've got Phase Boots. Got Gloves of Haste. He's not doing all that bad, but I'm wondering. Oh, yeah, there he goes. I was wondering where is that gold, but there's the gold. Hand of Midas being complete, and he's gonna be able to farm a lot faster. And they need this too. I mean, there is a Havor's Morphling on the Dire side, right? That's something that shouldn't be messed with, and they don't really have that much hard carry to deal with that Sunstrike. Will it hit? It will hit, but will it be enough? Not enough burst damage, as he is TPing out and morphing into strength, so he will be fine. And yeah, so they need something to deal with that Morphling. They need some kind of counterweight, so to speak. So they need a bit of a more carry Invoker, and that is what he's going for. That is why he's going for Hand of Midas, wanting to get that farm up, knowing that this might be a long game. Because it doesn't look like Garaj.gaming is gonna let themselves get caught out for kills. Then he's really looking for those hooks, but he's not finding him right now. He's not finding it anywhere, because everybody on the Dire side, sorry, of the Radiant side is on his way towards the top lane, towards the tier 2 tower there. There is a drawing on the minimap, so they know that they're there. These people just standing here watching is not going to be doing anything. He does have a TP, but it looks like they're just going to go for the tier 2 tower. Even though there is, there's a Shadow Shaman Warriors, there's no fortification, because used in the previous tower. Nature's Prophet Ultimate going through, no TPs just yet. And there goes the tower. Shadow Shaman picked up the last hit. And TP's out instantly because they want to still defend their tower. Look at the people running away from that. Will there be a hook though? Yes, there will be. Disruption, Ravage up on Dandy. Anchor Smash as well. Gush still landing, and he backs out, knowing that he will. Oh, nice dodge, but I don't think it would have mattered. And at least I don't think he would have died from it anyway. But at least a nice save from the Tidehunter. Not giving a kill away. Did use his Ravage for that. Might not be entirely worth it, but you know, better safe than sorry. As the tier 1 tower getting pressured here slightly. But Infused being very effective on defending the towers. I mean, tier 2 tower is still standing, trading it for, well, not really trading it for the tier 2 tower on the top lane, as in taking a tier 2 tower but not trading their own tier 2 tower to get that, if that makes sense. It does. It does. Chaos Knight, where is your gold? Oh, there it is. Oh, hi, Sanj. Okay, so no BKB, it's going for a Sanj. Going for a Heaven's Halberd, I would believe that. Maybe Sanj and Yasha, we do see that sometimes up on the Chaos Knight as well, but Heaven's Halberd is actually a good counter for the Morphling, just to put him out of play for a short while. If you know that you're gonna have to deal with a pretty farm Morphling, then that's a pretty good guess for an item. Well, not really a guess, pretty good choice for an item. Tidehunter had smoked up. Oh, hook misses though. Dandy is gonna get shackled, is gonna get a Sunstrike, is gonna take an Anchor Smash. Gush hits. Will it be enough to take him down? It might be. He is putting up his bottles, trying to suicide, but no can't do, says Mini with his Ether Shock. Kills him off, takes the last hit, as there was support coming off for the rest of Infused, but it wasn't needed. It was just Tidehunter and Shadow Shaman securing the kill upon Dandy, as the hook of him missed. Dark Sphere is gonna go for a hood. Well, he already has the hood, obviously.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Makes sense, right? Good item to have. I mean, really, you want to have something to deal with a team fight potential coming off from Infused, with the Ravage there, with the Ether Shock there, with the, not to mention the Invoker. I mean, no lightning yet on the Shrek, but still, at least you're not taking that much damage from the stun, I guess. But a good item to have regardless, and a good item to have on a Dark Seer as well. It's not a very uncommon item to see being built up on the Dark Seer, so I'll stop talking about that one. See if I see some uncommon items.
Is under attack.
I don't see any uncommon items so far. Well, what I do see is that Morphling, even though he's got 1 kill, he's got 42 last hits, and he only got 500 gold in the bank. I'm quite disappointed. I feel like he should have so much more, but am I missing something? Oh, someone's being chased down here. Darkseer will be fine.
Radiant's top tower is under
Tier 2 tower is gonna take some work to the face, gonna take some edict. There is a fortification in a couple of seconds, 15 seconds, but I don't think this tower will last long enough to profit from that Darkseer roll. Vacuum in. Will be doing some damage. Someone turned into a piglet. Mini is gonna die here as the rabbits get juiced. Dandy will he drop already? No! Surge away, he is still alive. Wanted to get a dismember, gets a hook. Probably getting kill on the Tidehunter with his rod actually. There is the hook, there is the dismember, and that is Chaos Knight gone as Disruptor once again picks up the last hit. No heroes down on the side of Garaj.gaming. They save their tower, they take 3 kills, one of which is on the hard carry Sunstrike. No, it was too early. He did walk past that spot though, but you know, not gonna happen. Stick charge is helping him staying alive, and the mechanism of the Nature's Prophet who just TP'd in of course as well. What was I saying before that happened? Oh yeah, I was thinking, why doesn't he have more gold? Huh. Invisibility. Well, 17 minutes in. I really feel like I'm missing something, but oh well. It's gonna be this is awkward. Well, no, the hood. It's gonna be go for a pipe, obviously. That's what I wanted to say. He already had the hood, but he wanted to go for a pipe. And there is the headdress to help out with that one. I wasn't gonna talk about that anymore. I know mechanism being built on the Tidehunter. See, switching topics is all cool. And just no other items. Let's leave the items alone for now. As both teams, I mean, it's very even. Let's take a look at the gold graph. Very even. Experience graph not so even. Last 2 fights went to Garaj.gaming as Morphling picked up the Invoker. Morphling picking up the last hit, but we did hear the Dismember going there, and it looked like it was a successful hook up on the Invoker who went down. I was gonna say last couple of kills went towards Garaj.gaming, making sure that they got the most experience from that, because of course kills later on are kills upon higher level targets, which means more experience for the team, which means the experience graph will always be a bit more drastic than the gold graph is in that sense. If there's team fights involved, that is, which there was. 3 for 0 on the top lane, on the bottom lane, remember? So experience graph in favor of Garaj.gaming, and I'll try not to miss more hooks. As you might see a Roshan being attempted here. A blink is on there. There is a ward here from the Radiant team, but they don't see it yet. And they don't see into the Roshan pit, and there's going to be more support coming in from Garaj.gaming, reforming from the Morphling, and everybody here. As if the Radiant knew that it was going on, it would be a good possibility for a Ravage, for maybe a team fight, but they have no clue this is happening. Maybe when they do know it's going to be too late. For the people just tuning in, I will be able to tell you that it's going to be, well, it's obviously Dandy Fudge. It is an S Darkseer, wow, he's using his real name. It is a Vorst on the Morphling, and Nature's Prophet is actually being played by Kebab right now, with BALAZS on the Disruptor, who's probably I think the only one who's actually here from Garaj.gaming. It's going to be, well, Reality Rift. Morphling taking a lot of damage here. Morphling in strength, having to back out. Shadow Shaman already died. Ravage being used. Look at that damage from Fishbone going out there. Disruptor goes down as well as a Darkseer. Chaos Knight picking up the Darkseer kill. Tidehunter picking up the Disruptor kill. And Morphling got away with his life. Well, not surprising. Dismember, because the hook was successful upon the Chaos Knight. Reality Rift though, but it's not enough. Pudge picks up the kill. Mechanism being used. Still 3 heroes here alive and kicking for the Dire team. The 3 heroes from the Radiant team, well, they're alive and kicking, but they don't really have, well, they're alive, but they're not really kicking, let's put it that way. They don't have the Ravage anymore, and Invoker doesn't really want to get in there, and of course, if Pudge's gonna get a hook there, that it might be very dangerous. There is a ward there, so they see Pudge moving there. He's gonna try to look for a hook, possibly on the Shadow Shaman. Shadow Shaman, where are you gonna go? Shadow... Do I really need to say anything about this? I guess turn into a piglet, but...
My friend did it.
Well, that was a blind hook. I mean, you see him walking there, you know, like back off instantly. But I guess well, and there was a blink also. But then again, can't have it all. at least mini canned on his Shadow Shaman. Pudge getting some revenge from being killed off by him earlier this game. And he's gonna look for a kill once again. He's gonna look for a hook. Is he gonna get it though? Would be a blind hook, I think. He doesn't have any wards here. There, he probably wants a ward there. Pause. Chaos Knight pausing the game. We're still got a Stange only. Almost enough gold for Mechanism, and we have got a Orchid of Malevolence being built in the Evoker. Not an item that we see all that often, but definitely a good item here. I mean, you want to be able to silence that Disruptor or the basically everything. You want to don't have to deal with the Pudge or the Dismember. And of course, not just that, you want to be able to just kill off the Pudge very fast. And of course, that amplified damage from that Orchid is helping out a lot. Then the same thing goes for the Morphling. If you get it on there before it's able to morph into Strength. Good one. Good one indeed. Ravage, another minute for cooldown. We have a Darkseer disconnecting from the game. As the pause was coming off from the Chaos Knight, the disconnect come off from the, or pause from the Radiant side, disconnect from the Dire side. But, yeah. We're waiting for them to come back. Will give us some time to check out the gold graph, which is 2k in favor of the Dire side of Garaj.gaming. Not really a surprise. They have been, even though they didn't have as much of a head, well, the start of the game, let's put it simple, start of the game was not in their favor. Definitely not in their favor, but they managed to pick it up as soon as their heroes got level 6 and level 7, as soon as they started roaming around looking for kills, looking for hooks. They were able to be successful and able to make good use of the mistakes that Infused has made trying to push in hard up on the tier 2 towers. I mean, Infused did get one of the tier 2s and tried to go for another, but when they tried to go for another, they actually lost 3 heroes for 0. So that is their lesson learned, and that is why we don't see them as aggressive anymore. That is also why we see the gold graph going towards the bottom lane, and we have a go again, go when ready. But we will be ready when the Darkseer gets back, when the Nest gets back. In the meantime, we'll look at the experience graph, and we see 7.5k gold, I should say. 7,500 gold. Sorry, experience. Wow, it's experience graph in favor of the Dire. Also because of the kills that they have been getting. I mean, I've said this before. Thin flash stacks. There we go. I paid attention to it. It's just a standard thing of the Pudge. I mean, they've got a pipe, or do they have a pipe? No, they don't. It's like a built-in pipe on the Pudge. But most of the damage that he's getting to deal with is this Chaos Knight later on, and this Chaos Knight is just physical damage. Just like the Edict. Well, mixed damage, I should say. Like both. But it's nice, splash heap. 10 sticks. There. We got asked to mention that by the chat, so hereby I mention it. 10 stacks. Happy times. We still have a nest not back yet though. Still waiting for that one to happen. We're gonna take a look at this one. Actually, there is a nest back, and I wanna hit. This one is easier to see. Nature Prophet top in the charts. Hand of Midas doing his work. 1900 gold up on him. But the 2 highest next to that are indeed on the Radiant side. There's the Chaos Knight and the Invoker, the 2 dangerous ones from Infused, but at the same time, I can't believe Morphling is not doing all that well. He's building towards his Lincoln Spear though. He wants to be able to stay alive through the Chaos Knight's initiations. I mean, that 4-second stun is just deadly, even if you're an Invoker Morphling in strength. But he's getting some gold slowly but steadily. And everybody of Garaj.gaming backing off, knowing that their initiation would have too much time. Or if they wanted to initiate, there was too much time on Infused to actually check out what is going on, where do we want to go, what do we want to do, are we gonna defend this, are we not gonna defend this? So there's too much time in between that pause to be able to actually go in on something that is surprising for the Radiant team, if that makes sense, which it should. So let's see what they are gonna do now, because right now, I mean, for the Dire team, they are okay with waiting. They have got the Morphling, who, as said, is not farming as fast as they might want to, but they have the control of the game. They have got the advantage, and they know that, and they know that they don't really have to be all that desperate to try to look for kills and stuff. By the way, Blink Dagger up on the Shadow Shaman. who will be able to get away maybe more if he sees a hook coming, if he's lightning fast on his fingers. But for the Radiant side, I mean, they have got the Chaos Knight. You can say like, okay, you know what, we can deal with that Morphling later on, but in fact, they are probably not too sure that they can. That's why they went for a lot of pushing early on as well. They want to have that advantage, but now they lost it, and they are probably very much aware of that, so they need to be a bit more aggressive. And in the meantime, hook, disruption, it is gonna be the Chaos Knight who goes down here, Disruptor picking up the last hit. And that is all those wards paying off for Garaj.gaming, and that is also the sign of Infused backing out, and that is also the sign of, oh, Danny trying for another hook, gets the Shrek, but it's not going to be enough. Blinking from the Shadow Shaman, drops himself inside the kinetic field. Ravage there as well as the Static Storm did a lot of damage there. Disruptor on the way out using his mechanism will be enough. So far it is 32 HP, he's going to be able to stay alive. Punch gets a 3-second stun, is going to try to be alive, gets glimpsed somewhere and goes down. Reality rifted and goes down. Magus probably trying to TP out of this one, will be able to do so. No, he won't be. Gets turned into a chicken, gets stunned, goes down here to the Shadow Shaman. And that is 2 heroes for 0. There's 0 heroes down on the side of Infused. Sorry, I say 0, but it's actually Chaos Knight that did went down, of course, but he bought back. But he went down before the team fight. Kinda. So that is why we see him back inside the fight, and that is why we see his cooldown on buyback. He was needed in that fight, otherwise Pudge wouldn't have gone down. Pudge who almost has his BKB complete, well, I say almost, but still needs 1600 gold for the BKB. 1200 gold up on the Chaos Knight. I mean, he just bought back, he still has 1200 gold, that's quite impressive. But of course he had a lot more gold before that. Maybe he just wants to keep his dungeon, wants to go for BKB first. Shadow Shaman getting some gold in the side of jungle, doesn't have any mana anymore to do anything else, but right clicking right now, and we'll have to go back to base afterwards. Got 1k gold up on himself. He used the stick charges actually to farm. Orchid completed up on the Invoker. And that is the advantage that the Dire had. I mean, it gets slightly taken back again. Experience graph will show a bigger drop, but still, it's still, you know, 10k. It's still a lot. For the people asking in the chat, Garaj.gaming is a Dota 2 team. I've been told that it's a Dota... it was a Dota 1 team, changed to Dota 2. But there's only one person from Garaj.gaming in this team, and that is the Disruptor, that is BALAZS, who just happened to have no team members left and asked some friends, which happened to be Dandy, Forest, NS, and Kebab, to help out. Hook is not healing from Dandy right here. But he gets turned into a piglet though, Mini jumping in there. There is the kinetic field as well as the static storm silencing everybody. Meteor, Darkseer, Vacuum, a lot of damage. 3 people in this crowd. This member in the meantime on the Chaos Knight who will go down. Disruptor once again picking up the last hit. Shadow Shaman still alive for now, but he gets an urn charge and he will go down. Glimpse back from Leshrac, so he will be able to get killed off still by Dandy. As Dandy actually never mind Leshrac. Nova Edict killing him off. I mean, the Shrek still goes down to the Morphling, but still, Pudge going down once again. And it is the title that is the last one alive for the Radiant team. Vacuum in there, Ravage being used, but he still goes down. A bit of a waste of a Ravage, one could argue. But at least he almost kills the Native Prophet. I guess that's something. But 5 heroes down, and that is that wombo combo that we wanted. Kinetic Field, Static Storm, Vacuum, Waveformer over the top. It was just too much to deal with for Infused. They didn't have the Ravage because, I mean, Static Storm, Tidehunter silenced all the time, and by the time he wasn't silenced anymore, half of his team was dead and he was already trying to get out of there.
Radiant's bottom barracks are
and it's gonna be barracks going down. Garaj.gaming looking very strong. Reality Rift not hitting anymore, out of range. Morphling will be able to move back to his replica though if he wants to. If he thinks it's gonna be too hot under his feet. And this is fake ones and they realize that now. But still, fake ones are nice to kill as well. And that is the first barracks down. I mean, we saw Happy Pusher coming off from Infused early on, but now they're not able to push as much as they would want to, and they're getting pushed up on. And even though Pudge has not been that decisive factor in the fights, he has been the initiator. And that wombo combo style, I mean, really. That is what they live for, that is what they're built around. Having the Pudge is just complementary, I would believe. And Shrek going Bracer style. More Bracers is better. 1400 gold up on the Chaos Knight. Buyback status. Look at that buyback status. Normally I don't have this up, but it's almost all of the heroes up in that Dire have buyback apart from the Disruptor, who is the support, so it doesn't really need to. But that means that a lot of heroes will have a lot of gold. Look at that. 2800, 3200, 3400, all up on the Dire side. And they're probably gonna buy something with it as well. I mean, Lincoln Sphere just completed by the Morphling. We have Nature's Prophet still wanting to buy his Sheepstick most likely. And it is the Darkseer that is very high as well, 3200 gold. I'm curious to see what he wants to buy. Maybe still a Vanguard, but it's quite late to still go for a Vanguard, so I'm not sure. Galaxy Rift, kill off creeps because he can. And smoke up. I think we need to be aggressive, and they go aggressive. They want to be aggressive. Scythe advised by the Nature's Prophet completed. You see a drawing on the minimap. They want to go to the side. They want to find out where Dandy and the Disruptor are. There's a blink in. There's Dandy taking a gosh kinetic field there to help out, but Mini already out of there. Dandy getting a hold back by his shackle as the right click damage is there. 3 second stun hits and he goes down. Disruptor is going to be able to stay alive though.
I pull you to the bottom.
That is at least 1 kill, and they're going to continue on their crusade. Tidehunter has his Ravage.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack.
Dandy feeling being in the wrong, being picked upon. To be fair, he is being picked upon slightly. Edict, this tower will go down very fast, and no defense coming off from it. In the meantime, though, bottom tower, top tower, I should say, Nature's Prophet pushing that.
Tower has fallen.
You are amazing. Focus morph. There goes a vacuum inside the kinetic field. We'll lock them all in. Shadow Shovel Ward's already there though, hitting some up on the tower. But it's not enough to kill off the tower. In the meantime, they have to defend their base. And not just this tier 3 tower top, but also this Morphling who wants to go on to the tier 3s. Tier 4s, I should say. We farmed through Fishbone in a lot of trouble. Of course, killing off the Leshrac inside his own base. In the meantime, tier 3 tower is still standing, but, you know, still, I guess these guys didn't have TPs. Nope, no TPs. And there's 3 heroes down there, and that is Invoker going down. Nature's Prophet picking him off. Sprout there, locking inside the Chaos Knight. Morphling is being silenced right now. Buyback from the Invoker. They want to go for a force. They will get him. Also, 2 second stun landing upon Kebab, who is trying to get away. He's going to try to TP out. I don't think he'll be able to do so, though. Deafening Blast will stop him as well, and he gets turned to a piglet. Sorry, chicken. He dies back into the game as soon as he dies, though, so he will be back up again. As the tier 3 tower is still standing on the top lane, and Morphling actually buying back as well, so they didn't really... They reached that they got the buybacks out of there, which is nice. But at the same time, tier 4 tower getting pressured. This is something, if you're gonna try to pressure your opponent's base, you gotta be ready, especially with the Nature's Prophet on the other side. You gotta be ready to defend your own base as being counter pushed. And if you then don't have the what's it called? Teleport scrolls, TP scrolls with you, then it's kind of a fail move. Mini blinking in, gonna get turned to a piglet though. We from through Mini, he's gonna drop very fast. Punch picking that up, Ravage in the meantime. Disruptor going down, Static Storm, Kinetic Field, BKBs all over the place, vacuums, more BKBs. This member doesn't stop the Tidehunter though. He is gonna try to get away with 40 HP. Hook will kill off the Invoker as we see the Leshrac trying to get away. Will there be another hook? 7 seconds for that as Morphling kills off the Leshrac there, and Punch gets a triple kill in that mix-up, and that is everybody going down. Nobody's staying alive, and let's look up the buyback. There is a buyback on the Leshrac, but what is the Leshrac gonna do by himself? He has 3 bracers. I mean, really.
Nature's darkest agent.
He buys back, but you know, 3 bracers, what is he gonna do, really? Nature's Prophet in the meantime, gonna try to kill up the tier 3 tower. I say Tri-Fortification is being popped on there, and is gonna slow it down, but it won't stop it. There goes the tower, and he's gonna focus on the creeps. Afterwards, he will go on to the barracks, and Leshrac is gonna try to stop the creep wave from doing something, but he's the only one up. Shadow Shaman actually just got back up again as well. But there's gonna be a split push. I see Nature's Prophet getting turned to a chicken, but it's just 2 people going for that, and it's 2 versus 5 all of a sudden, and there goes a weave from through. There goes the Dismember, there goes Fishbone down, there goes Mini down, and that is gonna be 2 heroes down once again, and no buyback, and the GG well played gets called. And that will mean that Garaj.gaming will move on to the next round, round number 5 in this 4PL Cup number 10. We still will see, well actually as an HSC will be up again. Tidehunter will drop here. It will mean we'll see Garaj.gaming going to round number 5 for this 4PL Cup number 10. We'll have another game after this one, and we might see the finals being played today as well. It will depend on how much time there is left after, when it's actually time for that. Otherwise it will be postponed to Tuesday, in case you're wondering. We'll wait until the throne goes down, which is almost the case since 3 or 4 towers is already dead. Wow, this member, where is it, this member? Oh, hello Invoker. Oh, he still gets killed off with an Ancient Prophet, but at least then he doesn't get the kill. Wow, so much pride in killing AFK heroes. The team wipe once again. But yeah, this is a 4PL Cup, as I said now 3 times I think. You can support them by liking them on Facebook, facebook.com/4pl.dota2. Go definitely do that. Because we want to have more cups of these. And you can follow me on YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming if you want to see more vlogs of all the matches that I cast. Also the previous 4PL Cups are on there as well. And then these BKB will make sure that he doesn't die for now. He's gonna try to land another hook, but it's gonna take too long before someone's back up again. There we go. And I will show you the end screen for a short while before we jump ourselves over to the next game. So stay tuned for that one. And I will also link the brackets in the... Oh, actually the brackets just got linked. Never mind. So more Dota 2 action coming up. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. And he'll be right back.